today. Let's talk a little bit about Iran because, as you know, Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, the president of Iran, was granted a visa to come to the U.S. Just this week, where he spoke in front of the United Nations. Some of the Western countries actually walked out on him while he was speaking his nonsense.
But more stood and clapped when he was finished.
Yeah, which is a little troubling.
Get their names.
A little troubling. But anyway, the sanctions that apparently are going to be imposed on them, or maybe not, at the same time, he goes back home and they start practicing their war games again right in the middle of the Gulf. So I guess his visit here was not productive.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you talk about what he said to George Stephanopoulos. One more outrageous statement after another. This takes the cake. Listen to Ahmadinejad claim he knows where UBL is.
So let me ask it a different way. If you did know that Osama bin Laden was in Tehran, would you show him hospitality? Would you expel him? Would you arrest him?
I heard that Osama bin Laden is in Washington, D.C.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. He's there because he was a previous partner of Mr. Bush. They were colleagues, in fact, in the old days. You know that. They worked together. Mr. bin Laden never cooperated with Iran, but he cooperated with Mr. Bush.
I'll ask one more time and then I'll let you go. If you knew that Osama bin Laden was in Tehran, which you say you don't, if you knew, would you expel him? Would you arrest him? Would you show him hospitality?
Our borders are closed to the illegal entry of anyone. Anyone, whoever that may be.
Yeah, and that's why they imprison Americans, too, for doing nothing when they show up there.
Right.
That's so ridiculous. I don't know how I would have reacted if I was doing that interview, but to sit there and actually give this guy a forum to talk that nonsense, you got to question that.
But there's reports right now that bin Laden has been spotted 6 times in Iran over the last 5 years, and half of his family is being held in nice quarters, but held in Iran, and he did stop off in Iran to refuel en route from Sudan over to Afghanistan the first time in the 90s.
Are you sure with those 6 sightings in Tehran, they weren't simply celebrity lookalikes?
That's a very good point.
Yeah,
and a lot of times in the open desert in Iran, they'll put a lot of celebrities out there.
All right, in the meantime, we do have to mention that George Stephanopoulos apparently ended the interview after that ridiculous comment. So
Do you blame him?
Good news for you, George.